to look pretty, we need to have holes.
Alright Michael, what are we doing today?
Alright, we are back in the Hacktory and we are back working on the Gemini today. It's been a little while. I can tell it's been a little while because there's rust in the panel that we made. You remember last time we worked on the Gemini, we made this panel up here using hand tools and some jigging. We managed to get somewhat of a decent looking panel, but now it's time to see if we can actually weld this in and see if all this was actually worth it and if it's going to work in the long run anyway. So, Nathan and I have been doing some talking this morning, figuring out sort of what we're going to have to do. It's going to be messy, it's going to be ugly, and it's going to be patches on top of patches. But that is the joy of doing this sort of thing and dealing with the amount of rust that we have in the back of this thing. There is not a lot of steel left in the back of this thing. It's pretty much cheddar cheese. So we figure the best thing we can do is at least get this panel in, weld to where we can weld, and when we're blowing holes, we'll just start making patches, basically. And then we'll cover it all in blue liner after this and hide the crimes. That's the plan anyway. So, first things first, I think we need to neaten up where we're going to weld, so probably do a run around with a grinder and then we can sit this underneath. So the plan is where we're going to sit this underneath our hole, we're going to mark it,
cut it 10 mil bigger,
and then we're going to cut 10 mil bigger so that it sits underneath. And we're going to weld from the inside because it's just easier for us to weld on the inside rather than trying to weld upside down because we're not welders. And then we're going to just fill that with a seam sealer basically so that no water gets in, which is the same sort of thing as what we did on the foot weld pans for this.
Yes. And
it's the way that Tin Man would do the Cortina as well too. So that's just what we're going to do. We're not going to try and butt weld it because it's way too hard and there's not enough metal there. It'll just be and we'll end up with holes everywhere. So this is how we're going to do it because Hackshop.
Alright, what we need to do is we need to wire wheel up one edge. The other edges I've already sanded with the flappy wheel and it was good, but this edge is really bad. So I'm going to take the death wheel at it and try and clean it up. Even though I'm pretty much cleaning rust, we need something to weld to. Yeah. The thing is, we both know in our heads that we need to go further than where we want to weld to.
Yeah.
Or we'll just patch it in.
Yeah. That's actually cleaned up pretty well.
Alright. Why did a die grinder for in there?
Which bit's that?
Oh, and that little bit down there. So I'll just get a die grinder and I'll just die grind that metal a bit.
Yep, do we have a die grinder?
Yeah.
Oh, good. There we go.
I think that's pretty much it.
Yep.
Do we want to go down with it?
Bring it down, put a jack under it. I think that's what we'll do, yeah.
Yeah.
Mark it out.
Looks good from in here.
Looks legit.
That was legitness.
Looks jank pretty. But you gotta remember, at the end of all this, there's a fuel tank that goes in there. So we're never gonna ever see this. Okay. Right. Alright. Chop that out. Alright.
Sketching.
I'm a sketcher, not a drawer. A little bit of artistic license there.
Oh, sold line. Commitment. Tapers a little.
Huh?
Line rider. Yeah, cut it out.
We'll just cut that one section just so that this sits flat.
Yeah.
All right, Nathan, how's the joys of rust treating us today?
Alright, I did say I was kind of excited for this, but I keep forgetting how much of a rust bucket this car is. I wire wheeled here for 1 second and it just blew out holes everywhere. So this panel is stuffed as well. This is full of rust under this and I can't wait to cut it and see what it looks like. So what we're gonna do is we're gonna cut along here. We're just gonna take this out, separate the spot welds along here, and then we're going to put our new panel in onto this part of the channel inside, and then we're going to remake this panel and try our best to put this little joggle in it, because this is just rotten.
Yeah,
it's absolutely rotten.
That's not a good sign. Oh jeez, frick. Oh, we're in deep now.
So now what we've got to do is we've got to drill out a few spot welds that are along this seam here, and then maybe start looking at welding in some panels. Nice butter. Nice. All right. So we've almost done our tub conversion, so we just need to keep cutting out the whole rear of it. I don't even think we're going to look at this today.
You know what? Actually, no.
What?
That's not as bad as I thought it was going to be in there. Don't look up there.
Do you need more?
Nah.
We'll clean that up, dolly that straight, and then we'll sit the panel in, see how it's looking.
So we have our hole. Now Nathan's going to try something that I haven't seen before.
I don't know. I'm just going to use my sign writer ideas.
Because in case you can't tell, and I know it's hard to believe, but we're not sheet metal workers. This is not our forte.
Alright. But what I am good at working with is masking tape. That's that edge.
Oh, oh. Why don't we just put fiberglass over the masking tape? Done deal.
Not a bad idea. Alright.
So go, I reckon where that lip is almost, where that is would be perfect for our lip.
So, what do I want to do? Do I have dirty fingers? No.
Now we have 30 fingers. Don't cut yourself. Oh, he's a sketcher too. You don't do the solid line either, huh?
Nah, I'm a sketcher. So that's pretty much our piece there. I think what I'll do is I'll cut this piece how I've done it, and then we need to somehow put this fold in it, which I got a bit of an idea.
Why don't we leave this long here anyway? Because then once we put this in to test
oh yeah,
it,
we can just grind it back to the edge.
Grind it back, yeah.
I'll leave that long.
I love the use of the glove. Can I get a hand? Okay. He's pretty proud of himself right now.
Doesn't fit. Yeah, alright, so now what I'm going to do is cut along here. Man, I'd love to put that joggle in it, but I just don't know.
What are you calling it? A joggle?
Yeah, we're just joggling it in. I'd love to put that edge in it, but I just don't know how to roll it. So let's just cut this out.
Yeah.
Right, and what I'll do is I'll see how well it fits. And keep chugging along. It fits. Can't see shit out of these.
Your $2 shop goggles.
Oh! And gloves. Shit me. Earplugs, shit me.
Are we having fun? Are you having fun today?
Alrighty. Perfect. So, that's actually not bad, but, so, I think I just gotta take a touch off there. So what I need to do now is, what we're gonna do is we're gonna do 3 sets of folds.
Yeah.
We're gonna cut 2 slits here. We're gonna do a fold there and step it. We're gonna do a fold there and step it, a fold there and step it, because we do have a box folder.
Yeah.
So we can take out sections of the folder that will allow us to fold this without touching these sections.
Yep.
Sort of. It's kind of gonna work.
Yep, and we're going to just basically make those slits, and then we're going to weld the slits up afterwards.
Yep.
Grind it all flat, so it's going to look like one continuous panel anyway.
Yep. So then we need to draw this on the back side, because that's our fold on the other side. And then we have to do this fold as well on this side. So
it's not impossible, it's just that we don't really know what we're doing.
It's trial and error. It's only metal at the end of the day. You can weld it, you can Zeus it back together. It's not like timber.
Yeah.
You cut it 5mm short, you throw it in the bin.
Yeah.
You cut this 5mm short, you just bloody butt weld a piece on.
And the thing to remember with all this as well too, if you completely stuff this whole job up, just cut it all out and start again.
Exactly right.
That's what it is when it comes to metal. And are we having fun? No, today's not a fun day, but this is rust. This is why we have been avoiding this rust bucket for this long. And this is why rusty cars are worth so little compared to decent cars.
Yes, this is exactly right.
Yeah. So what's this called, Nate?
Oh god, you've really put me under pressure. I'm pretty sure it's a box folder, because it allows you to move these so you can fold something and it lets the side hinge up, whereas this, you can't.
There's one big
die, or whatever you would call it.
Yeah.
So what I want to do is I want to do this end fold. I'm going to fold this end one, and then we'll move these across. I'll do this middle one, and then I could probably get that end one on that. Alright. Sound like a plan? Clampy? Keep going. Hang on. There we go. Yep. Go. Clampy? Yep. Clamped.
Oh, this is going to hit, isn't it?
Alright. Lift her up.
Release the ground.
Yeah, we'll see how we go. Alright, I'll move these across. Yep. Okay.
It's not the ugliest thing I've seen in the world.
Okay. Thanks, man.
I mean that in the nicest way.
And now what I need to do is my step
Yeah.
there. Alright?
You gonna eyeball that one, I reckon? 10 mil in?
I think so.
So now the tricky bit.
Yeah, this one's going to bust the panel a bit, but it's okay because we'll just straighten it.
Where's 45?
Alright.
Pull the lever. Wrong lever.
Flick the switch. Yes, master. Yep. Mate, this looks alright.
Hey, this actually looks pretty good.
Look, I know how to use a folder, that's it. Alright. Got our little joggle in it. It's boxy, but you know what I mean? I don't know how to use the bead roller once again.
I can see what today's word today's gonna be. Joggle.
Damn!
Hey, that actually looks pretty good.
Damn!
Are you happy with that? Look at him, look at him! Hang on, whoa, careful going through there. Your head might not fit through that opening anymore.
Oh yeah, I don't think it will. Alright, that's pretty cool. I'm stoked with that.
That's actually worked really well. Well done, Nathan.
Put some weld through primer on the back of it. Oh, it's very wet, that paint still.
Yeah, so I actually sprayed some rust converter / sealant in there as well too, just so that doesn't rust no more. We can tacky and then knock that into place, I reckon.
Yeah, we'll just knock that in.
Oh, look at you getting fancy.
Oh yeah. So we've put weld through primer, we've put primer on the inside of the panel, we've put weld through primer under there as well. So now we are ready to mate the two surfaces. Yep, there's no steel there still.
That's better. I think it was just that corner. That corner in there, there's nothing there.
Yeah, okay.
Oh, it looks legit, man. Once it's covered in bully liner, we're never gonna know.
Alright, I reckon what we'll do now is we'll do the spot welds in the inside.
Yeah.
And then we'll try and attempt to fully weld it.
Yeah, that's all we can do.
Let's do it.
Alright, so our panel is in. It doesn't look great, and seam seal is going to do a lot for us. But the metal is very thin there, so there's a lot of booger welds. I didn't end up grinding it too flat, because if I did,
There'd be nothing there.
there'd be nothing there. So I'd rather leave a bit of booger welds in there for a bit of strength
Yeah.
and thickness, and then seam seal can try and hide it. So this bit here looks a bit shitty, but it was really thin there. I'm just going to fill that with seam sealer. Remember, this is not a pristine rebuild. Alright, so almost all of them are done. A couple more that we need to like fill in, but we need to dial it into place a bit better before we go any further. But she's feeling solid. More solid than she ever was.
Alright, so Michael ended up fully welding the floor panel in. So it's now fully welded in, spot welded in,
Yeah, it's
and
not
seam
going
sealed
anywhere.
it in.
Can you show how solid it is though? Give us a punch test. That's not going anywhere. That's like Mega Bench right there.
So it's a lot more better now. We're both happy with the end result. What we're going to do is we're going to let the welds cool. We've got a brush, we've got some seam sealer. We're just going to clean up, and then we'll come back and we'll brush in some seam sealer on it, and then the rust is half done in the boot here.
Yeah, then we only have that side to go, which I feel like could be a lot worse, to be honest.
I reckon that, well, that's flat.
Yeah,
that's
I know.
rounded.
Yeah, this is not going to be fun.
So yeah, we still got a lot to go, but at least that part is done.
Yeah, this is as much as we're going to get done today, I think. So we'll seal it up, clean it up, paint it, and
Call it done.
call it done. And we'll probably come back off camera to this side, because as you can see, not a lot happens when you're doing rust in a day.
That one there, we've got these two visible ones under there that need to be done. It's just like a cheat.
It is a cheat. It's exactly what it is. You know, do your best, silicon the rest. This is do your best, seam seal the rest. So what are we doing?
We're gonna just seam seal the edges so then water and rubber doesn't come in.
So just smash, get that brush and just bloop, bloop, bloop right into there. Oh, look, it looks better already.
I didn't realise how thick this stuff was.
It looks better already. Look at that.
It
Yeah,
does look
feel
better
that.
already.
Feel that. Feel that. Yep. Get it deep. Get it right in those cracks and crevices. This is gonna look good as new.
It looks good though.
It does look good now. See? Solid. Last time Nathan did that, his hand went through.
In every car we've worked on.
Yeah. Crazy girl.
Crazy, that's crazy. It's already dry. So if you don't already know, we've already done the front walls in this rust piece of shit. So
Oh, don't even talk about it.
Michael's seam sealing the front while we've got it out.
And contemplating my life choices at the same time.
Yeah, he's rethinking this car.
You don't want to swap for a VY clubby?
Whoa, man, you really just skyrocketed that swap, huh? You're that guy on Marketplace. Dude's got a set of wheels, and it's like, hey, would you swap for a jet ski?
It's always a jet ski. Always a jet ski. You know how many times I've been offered a jet ski? I'm like, I don't want a jet ski. Look at this. Instantly better. We're instantly better welders for this. Doesn't have to look pretty. Just needs to not have holes in it. All right.
This car just keeps KOing us every day.
I know. Well, this is as far as we're going to get today. Thinking about cutting out this wheel well and stuff, and then we thought, no, it's a whole other can of worms. Let's leave that for another day, because we don't know exactly how we're going to tackle that, whether we just remove it all together and flat it off, because there's a lot of rust in there. If it's anything like this side was, this side's going to be even worse. So I don't even want to think about that at the moment. look, it's in. It actually looks a lot better than what I thought it was going to look like when we were dealing with the rust and everything. Obviously, we know to not deal with such thin material, you need to go further back and basically cut well out of the rust area. But if we're going to do that, we would have to be fairly advanced sheet metallist workers, and we'd be replacing nearly this whole rear end. So we're just basically doing the best as we can to try and, you know, scrap it and piece it together so there's no more holes, basically. And it's got to be relatively strong, which is, you know, why we've left the welds proud and we haven't ground them flat and everything, because if we do that, we're going to be decreasing strength and probably end up blowing our floor plans out. But on a side note, our hand pressed panel is solid as. I'm really happy with how that turned out. That is a proven method. It has worked. So I'm really happy to see that. Are you happy to see that? Like, even when we started it, you wouldn't have thought it was going to end up that way. I'm stoked. We'll do this side off camera. We're not going to spend another day doing this because it just takes too long. Rust just takes forever, and it's just taking too long to get this thing together, and we just want to get it on the road and get it running again. So we'll keep working away at this. In the meantime, we have plenty of other projects to do, specifically the thing that lives under those covers right now. And yeah, we will catch you in the next episode. But I hope you've liked this episode almost as much as we've enjoyed filming it. And if you have, consider liking and subscribing. It really goes a long way. And if you want to support the channel even further, head on over to the website where you can buy a bunch of merch, t-shirts, hoodies, stickers, fender covers, thread testers. There's still a couple left of thread testers as well too. And if you want to become a Hackshop Garage member, which is an awesome way of supporting the channel, and you get to do awesome things like what we're doing tomorrow, which is having our own members meet here at the factory. Those days have been awesome. Everyone seems to have a really good time, and it's great to see some people coming down and getting to hang out at the factory, basically. You can do that by heading over to the website and signing up there as well too. Word of the day, we told you what the word of the day was earlier. It's got to be, what'd you say?
Joggle.
Joggle. It's got to be joggle.
Just got to put a joggle in.
I don't know exactly what it means. I'm not sure Nathan knows exactly what it means, but if anyone can find a way to comment that below, we'll send out 2 sticker packs to 2 random people. Anyway, until next episode, I guess. I don't think it's going to be this. It's going to be other things more exciting. But this is car building when you're building rusty old nuggets.
That's it.
Ready to go? Ready to get dirty today?
Yeah. I got my welding jumper on.
You can tell that by the welding holes in
Thanks to Raceworks.
How's it sound? There's a sound you don't want to hear at night, you swag. Weld done. That's all I want to do. I'm sick of rust. It's one of those quick release rear floors.
So you can access your fuel tank.
Yeah, it's just a big... We should just tech screw it in. The goggles, they do nothing. That's a Simpsons quote, Nate. Anyone want a Gemini? I'd raffle it off, but it's not worth it to anyone. So if we get this in and the floor panning today, we're done with it.
See how we go, eh? Alright, lay it down.
You know what? One day we'll laugh about this.
Yep.
Not today. One day. Loki's really not a fan of your welding, Nathan. He's scared. Come here. I sense non-compliance.
As they say, do your best, silicon the rest. There is no gutter stop in the bathroom. Water stop. This is now a non-compliant.
Anyone want to trim my seats? I need 2 seats.
I like how the seats are the concern.
Yeah, I gotta be thinking ahead here. I got 2 seats that need to be trimmed. If anyone knows any trimmers that do it for a good price and do a good job.
Rust. Spend money, buy good bodies. Don't try to save them.